Hey, what's going on? Daniel here. Welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about this article that I found online. It's called "Is Bali Living Up to the Expectations of Digital Nomads' Dreams?" And this is what I do when I'm not traveling much. I try to live vicariously through other people just by examining from a bird's eye perspective the digital nomad scene, the landscape, the lifestyle, see how other people are doing it when I am not doing it. Like I said in my last video, I've been in the United States for a couple months now, for a couple weeks, about 2 months now. And I will be here for a while. Of course, I will be traveling in a few weeks, going back home to Nigeria for Christmas and New Year, spend time with family. But I will be here, as you can tell, repping the Houston Texans. I will be in Texas for a while, but I just want to see what the Bali lifestyle is about, what people are saying about it. Is it are people becoming disillusioned about living in Bali? I know the hype was really high at some point, but right now people are speaking out. It's no longer conducive for a lot of people, and I just want to see what they're saying and just give some comments on it, really. So it's called "Is Bali Living Up to the Expectations of Digital Nomads' Dreams?" Let's find out. So this article highlights the Bali experience pre-COVID. It's a place where people enjoy going, where people spend a lot of time, where you can go really with not a lot of money and still live a very good life. But after the COVID season, people realized that, Bali offers a lot of these things, but the best life about Bali was pre-COVID, obviously, and now people are really considering the options and thinking maybe they're getting way less than what they can get elsewhere by living in Bali. So let's look at this first video right now of someone who just breaks down the cost of living in Bali according to them, and let's see what it's really about, if the cost is really worth it in that sense. So let's go.
Nomad in Bali, and today I am joined by Jane, a Singaporean digital nomad here. Okay, so first of all, Jane, how much you spend on accommodation a month?
I pay about
First of all, I just want to comment on the scenery itself. I mean, it doesn't look very clean. I mean, that's Bali supposed to be, this island of dreams that everybody wants to go to, but you can see how dirty the background is. I don't know why people still go there, or if it's any good now.
$200 for a one-bedroom villa for a monthly.
And I was staying in Seminyak / Canggu area, so it's a little bit more expensive. Roughly, you should expect to rent for about $600 a month there. How much you spend on food every month?
On average, I spend about $200 to $300. I do cook.
So $600 rent, according to these guys, they spend $200 to $300 on food. I mean, for this kind of lifestyle, you're not living lavishly, but it's still better than what you will get, say, in the United States, for example. I mean, you can never find a $600 rent in any average city in America today, unless you're gonna live in someone's basement that is like, this big. So yeah, this is still good.
So it does reduce my expenses quite a bit.
Okay, transport.
I spend about $90 staying on my scooter rental for a month.
So I can't ride a scooter, so I just take the Gojek bikes around. Total, you're spending only about $120 a month on transport. What?
$120, $90 to $120 on transport. That's not bad, but you're not having a private driver. You're not driving Uber or anything. You're literally riding your own bike, which come with its own risks too. So either you're being ridden by someone or you're riding the bike yourself. So that's not lavish lifestyle at all.
What about if you do like weekend trips around?
I think every weekend trip, including your ferry, your accommodation, your meals, on average we spend about $200 per person.
Okay, Jane, so in total, how much do you spend every month?
On average a month, I spend less than $800 here in Bali.
So this person spends less than $800 in Bali today, but a lot of people still tell you that if you want to live in Bali, you want to live, that lifestyle that you see on Instagram, the Instagram-worthy lifestyle, you should be spending not less than $2,000. And there's also another video here by this guy, YouTuber Charlie Chang.
2 years old and I work for an investment fund.
How did you get into that?
I studied finance at college in the US, knew a guy who manages an arbitrage investment fund, and the rest is history.
What is it like living in Bali?
It's a good quality of life here. Look around, it's blue sky.
Now, first thing I want to mention is the difference in lifestyle between those two guys that we saw first and this guy. You can see the complete different, just totally change in the scenery. This guy are on the beach. It looks cleaner. Of course, you can tell that. I mean, I don't want to judge, but from the looks of things, they make a lot more money and they can afford a lifestyle. This guy used to work in finance, and of course, we all know Charlie Chang, or I'm not sure if that's his name, but Charlie Chang. You know, of course, Charlie Chang. It says it on there. You know, he's a YouTuber. He makes a lot of money. We all know that. So you can tell from the difference in the scenery how much of a better life these guys are living than the guys we saw previously, who were just like lounging on the beach with a lot of dirt behind them.
Guys, it's cheap living. Yeah, it's great.
What's the best part about working remotely?
Definitely the freedom. I wake up, go work out, do some work, go for a surf, hang out with friends. As long as you're disciplined enough to continue working, it's okay. It's a lot of people you find like they act like they're on holidays and they don't reach their full potential.
What?
And that is very true. You see a lot of people go to places like Bali where the arbitrage is so obvious and they just stop working hard. And I've seen a lot of people get into this mindset where they feel like, oh, I can live on $1,000 a month, and they just never make more than $1,000 a month, and they find that they cannot come back to the US because they can't afford the lifestyle, because the lifestyle is a lot more expensive here. So they're stuck. So that thing they're getting away from, or they're trying to achieve with travel, they get sucked into it. So I think that's what I say with a lot of people. If you're trying to become a digital nomad, you should always be looking for ways to capitalize on the time freedom, on the lifestyle change that you find in other places where the arbitrage is really obvious. Places like Southeast Asia, South America, some countries in South America, and really capitalize on that and build something. It could be a business, or learn a skill so you can make more money and things of that nature. So I think this guy really highlights a very important point here.
Daily activities you do that you think other people should do as well?
Sleep is super important. I have the Aura ring. Since I got the Aura, like my productivity's gone through the roof, and I'm trying to get 8 hours of sleep every night, go to sleep at the same time, wake up at the same time. Obviously, you can't always be perfect, but there's a good quote: consistency beats perfection every day of the week.
Right.
If you can be consistently good, it's better than being perfect for a week and then going off the rails because you can't handle it.
What other things do you do for your health?
Eating clean, no gluten, no dairy, no seed oils. Obviously, like it's hard to be perfect when you're traveling and everything.
So that's one of the things that this guy highlights. Of course, one of the benefits of living outside the US is the fact that, the food quality is so much better outside the US than in the US, obviously. And the fact that he can spend $2,000 a month, you can tell from the lifestyle that he lives. From those two guys, they spend less than $1,800 a month is what she said she was spending, and this guy is spending upwards of $2,000 a month, and you can tell from difference in the lifestyle. This is the same Bali that everyone complains about. I'm not sure this guy would complain about one thing, because he understands what his lifestyle entails. He works hard, he has a high income skill, and he just enjoys the island the way that it should be enjoyed, not the way some people do it, which is just getting by on pennies and trying to just scrap by. There's another video here that I saw, and I just wanted to share with you guys, and I think this is a very funny one, and you will find out right now.
I have never used the power of social media, but I hope this time it works. So this is a message to all Bali people, and you tell me if I'm wrong, because it's already midnight and I came home, and I know that Brava and Canggu is like one huge construction site, and it's okay that it might be noisy during the day and it might be noisy during work hours, but I got home at midnight, and right next to my place there is a construction site. So workers, they live here, they work.
Now, what he's complaining about is that some islands in Bali is a huge construction site. Of course, there's a lot of construction going on right now, simply because there are people like you, digital nomads, who are flocking in to the island, and there is a huge need for accommodation, for there's a demand for it, obviously, and so there's a huge construction going on all over the place. So what he's about to say next really blew my mind, and it just shows you the mindset of the average Westerner when they feel, I'm just gonna let you listen to it.
Work here, they do their job, and I absolutely okay with that. But right now it's already midnight and they're blasting their music. Probably you can even hear it while I'm recording this video, and I just asked them politely to turn it down.
First of all, you are in a foreign country, they're blasting music at midnight, and you ask them politely to turn it down. That, to me, my friend, is the highest form of disrespect. One, you leave your home country, you go to a country you probably never been there before, you don't know what the lifestyle is like. let's track back a little bit. This is Bali. This guy, it's obvious that it's never lived outside of his own country. That's why he still thinks that he can demand that people turn down the radio in a foreign land. If you have lived in South America, anywhere in South America, you know that this is the norm. I booked an Airbnb in Mexico City one time in Roma Norte, and I didn't realize that, you know, this was like the place where it's happening. I mean, I kind of knew, but I just wanted to fill it out. I left after 2 days. I booked my apartment for 2 weeks. I just couldn't stay. I have no right whatsoever to go tell the neighbor to turn the music down. This is just a culture. Like you can't demand, not even politely, that people turn down the music because you're from, I don't know where it's from, maybe France because it has French accent. I'm not sure.
Where to turn it off because it's too late and I just want to get my rest and sleep. I don't see where I'm wrong, and I was told that.
So that's the problem. It doesn't see where it's wrong because it is so far removed from the realities of other people, of the rest of the world, that it can't even see where it's wrong. And this is what I have a problem with when digital nomads feel entitled, and this is why digital nomadism gets such a bad rap, because it doesn't see where it's wrong, obviously, and that is a problem. That is a real problem.
I do not respect locals. I should go back to my place, and many other like bad things. At some moment they became really aggressive because they're obviously drinking and they were trying to take my phone away from me and so on. And I'm kind of stuck because I don't know what can I do in this situation. Like, can I call the police? But does it really work in Bali? Is there any tourist police? Are there any local authorities?
Oh, God.
Please, people, help me.
So this guy doesn't know what's going on. He wants to go tell them to turn the music down. They threatened to take his phone. I would have taken your phone, my man. And he wants to call the police so they can turn the music down. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're watching this video, what's his name? It wasn't even tagged in there. Go back home. Go back home. If you can't deal with it, it's not for you, my man. Like, you cannot demand in a foreign land where you have no roots whatsoever. You are a visitor here. You're literally, you know, one of the people who gives digital nomads a bad rap. It's either you deal with it or you don't. There's no in between. So I'm sorry, no police is gonna come to your rescue. I don't think, you know, the internet is going to react the way you thought that they would. And my advice to you would be just suck it up, deal with it, or go home. So this is just, you know, some of the things that we see. And, you know, the article just goes on and on talking about, you know, the lifestyle, how some people just can't, you know, they just don't want to work hard because of the kind of lifestyle they live, and they think that they can live on very little, you know, while living in a place like Bali. But if you're a digital nomad, I say this all the time. This is one of my biggest mantra. If you've watched me for any amount of time, you need to work hard. Digital nomadism is a lifestyle. Just like, you know, you live in a small town, you have a routine, you have a lifestyle, you get used to things, you get used to it, and you build, you know, you build your character yourself because of that, not making your life revolve all around the digital nomad lifestyle. I'm not traveling right now, and I just love reading this kind of stuff just to see what's going on out there, and I hope that this educates you, entertains you in one way or the other. I'll link this article in the description down below, and if you want to check out some of the links that I use to travel affordably, like Safety Wing, my health insurance, check out the first link in the description down below, and I hope that you find it helpful in a way. Again, my name is Daniel, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.